Hey, this is Max. Welcome back to another CSR2 video. I'm here with the Pacifica Evolution Cup trying to get the prize car, which is needed for the next leg of the American Series event because I don't have the paid car, the Maserati MC12. So let's go ahead and start at the first speed trap. Now, knowing what I know about Evolution Cups, nothing's going to be super easy here, but this BT62 yellow star is pretty close to being maxed, so I'm not particularly concerned about making it through. 284 mile per hour speed trap should not be an issue for this car, but we'll see how it plays out. So as it sits, 319 seems to be easy, and that's basically what I was able to hit at 321, so that's not a problem. If you're going to get stuck in Evolution Cup, you're going to get stuck right from the get-go, because starting with race number 1, it's already going to be more challenging, generally speaking, than the final race of the legendary Golden Cup. So if you don't have all the stage 6s and you're missing more than 10-15 fusions, expect it to get pretty difficult for these kind of Evolution Cup events. The best bet is to have a fully maxed car, or a car that's missing maybe just one of the worst stage 6s, such as intake with turbo. Other than that, these things are really designed for basically near fully maxed cars. Now, that being said, is this event worth it? That's one of the key questions of any event. The Legendary Cup, if you already have both cars and you have them built with decent amount of fusions and parts, probably worth it just to get the gold keys and some of the rewards. The Evolution Cup, though, it's only worth it if you're pretty sure you're going to make it through and get that prize card. I mean, that's really the only reason to run the Evolution Cup, is for maybe those few extra gold keys, but because the event is so hard, generally, if you don't have fully maxed cars, you wouldn't make it far. Well, if you're going to fully max a car, max it enough to make sure you get all the way and get that prize card, because in the end, that's really the only reason to run the Evolution Cup, is for that prize card. If you have the Maserati and you're planning for the next leg of the American Racing Series, you don't really need this prize card. And is this prize card going to be useful outside of this particular event that is coming up? Probably not. So really, we're just doing this because, well, we want the prize car for use in the event. The downside to that is I first had to build this one, then I have to transfer all my parts later on, or pull more crates in combination, whichever one seems to work best, and get that car built, another $6 million in cash. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really great about any of this other than I need that car for the next event to get that prize car, which is needed for the final event to get the final prize car. So it's like a chain of, you need this for that, and this for that, and that for this. But in the end, all it does is burn up resources. The BT62, some people swear by it. They think it's a great car for live racing, simply because it beats dyno, which it does. You can tune it to bust dyno very easily. It is a relatively fast car in the 9-second and faster lobbies. It's also relatively competitive. It's not great, but it certainly doesn't suck. Its counterpart from Glickenhaus, the 004C, is also a good car because it runs a little bit like the LB Aventador. It beats dyno a little bit naturally. And same deal, if you can get it without having to push the crappy stage 6 parts and just put it in the 9-second 8.5 to 9.5 lobbies with decent amount of upgrades, because the way it beats dyno, it's also pretty useful for the purpose of getting yourself through live with some wins. But neither car would be what I consider to be outstanding cars. Compare it to the recent ticket car, the Ford GT-LM, I would say neither car is really that great in comparison. The GT-LM actually turned out to be quite decent, and certainly I would take that car over either of these, not just in the least part because it's purple stars, but also because it's a low performance point high evo car at lower upgrades, and even at higher upgrades it seems to be a pretty good car. Now, okay, so people are going to ask me this question. I'm going to give you the breakdown on this speed trap, the sprints, okay? The thing about the sprints with this car is that you're probably gonna lose the sprint in the beginning because it's a 1.094, and I have a nearly fully maxed car, and I did a 1.404. Thing about this car is it does need to get tuned for sprint. So here we are, we're gonna go ahead and tune it for that sprint, we're gonna destroy that car, and then we're gonna come right back. 1.0 is the target number. Here's the interesting thing about this car when you tune it for sprint. You want to tune it to the third gear, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put third gear at 100 miles per hour, like that. Notice a negative 999 tune automatically happens. You can just also check and see this is down to 0.379 from a 0.885. That means you're 5/10ths faster here as well. So that should put you right at about 0.9, but it actually says inane. It's not possible. It's not applicable because we don't know what the hell you're doing. Now, if you put the tire down, it's a little faster even. I mean, do I really need it? Probably not, but we'll do it anyway. So 0-100 tire, 4.42 final drive, which basically puts you at about 100 miles per hour. I am so confident, I am not even gonna test run it. We're gonna go right back to the event and we're gonna nail that speed trap. What am I saying? That's sprint, the sprint. I keep thinking speed traps, but this time, for this Evolution Cup, the difficult thing is not the speed trap for this car, but this little sprint that we have here. Now it's easy. Even though it says NA, it is now easy. Now I better not screw this up because then it'd be pretty embarrassing, but easy does it, should be good. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's do this. All right. How do you do this? Well, you're gonna launch it, and you're gonna go right to third, pretty much, and hit nitrous. Now, you may not even need nitrous, but why not? I mean, we're gonna hit nitrous anyway, just to hit it, okay? By doing that, 0.910, pretty straightforward. A fully maxed car, well, even not a fully maxed car, even if I drove this a little better, I could have probably gotten a 0.8 something. Fully maxed, probably a low 0.8. So certainly easy enough to beat this. Now, once you do that, you gotta go right back to garage because you're not gonna get very far with this car on any other challenge with that tune, okay? It is a crazy tune just to get that 0-100, but it sucks for anything else. So what we're gonna do is now put this car back to where it was, where you can do a little better. Let's see, I think it was 37, something like that. And something over here, like that. And 7.62, well, I'll take that, that's good enough. Now, crazy thing about this car is that it gets a 0 RPM drop when you launch it. If you launch it early enough, you can get it to launch where the first perfect shift would be for that gear, where it actually runs a little bit better, in my opinion, that way than launching it with a 0 RPM drop and then trying to hit nitrous right away. But regardless, if you're really curious about the world record style driving and tune, check out Zoocar, he'll have that for you. I'm not that guy, okay? I just do enough to get myself through these events. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to launch it at 2. I'm gonna release a needle and second in nitrous. And that gives me a pretty good run. And I'm certainly way ahead of the opponent for this relay, so no issues there. This again says challenging. I just went from challenging to almost easy. Challenging to less challenging because you won by such a large margin, it's now less challenging. Let's go ahead and blow through this one. Now this car is fully maxed. I just don't know how to drive it, but it's okay. Since it's fully maxed, even if I butcher it, I should still do all right. Okay, so went through that. No issues. Again, this car wasn't used for much, but that other car, this one, the 04C, was part of an older Cup where there was an Evolution Cup. I actually have a Purple Star version of this car, but I am not transferring parts since I built one to win the other, and I'm not forced to use that Purple Star for anything. I didn't do anything with it. In this case, after I get this Purple Star BT62, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to transfer parts. I'm not looking forward to that. That's not gonna be fun. It's gonna be costly. And it's probably gonna burn out both my gold, bronze keys, and money all at the same time. So one of those joyous things you have to do for progression in this game. Okay, all right, let me think about how to drive this car. I don't really remember, but this feels like it's about right. Most of these cars with a little bit of tire spin in the beginning, or at least recent cars, I noticed they all have this get out of first quick, and then either second or third nitrous. But let me keep playing with this. I think this car should be able to do a little better than 7.6, but hey, if it gets me to the prize car, I'm not gonna complain. And then after that, I'll go find out from Zoocar exactly how to drive it, but it doesn't seem to be hurting me at the moment. Okay, so I'm trying different shift patterns just to see if it makes a difference. I'm not sure it would. Oh wait, that one felt like it was faster. Maybe it was. Oh yeah, 7.5, that's not bad. Probably can do 7.4s, like most cars of its caliber, but I'm not too worried about it. 7.5 should get me through without much of an issue. Okay, so first, so many races, it's all the one car, you do a relay, then boom, you finish in the rest of this event mostly with the other car. Okay, so let's see what happens here. This time I skipped second gear. Doesn't seem to really do any better that way. But we're 14 out of 20. We're moving right along. So in 6 more races, it'll go to the prize car. And most of these races are going to use this car, because I already used the other car for the first half for the most part. I'm not sure that's right either. Again, I'm not really sure what the shift pattern is with this car. I'm just winging it. Okay, so that's definitely not it. That was a lot slower. $500 bronze keys. Less than 1 crate pull for one of these 2 5s. Unless you go to the pedal crate, which gets garbage until you get to stage 6. So in this case, all right, so I did that short shifting again. Oh, that's gotten faster. Did that work? Yeah, that's a pretty good run. Compared to my other times, that was good. All right, 150 gold, and now it's extreme again. Now, this is a fully maxed car. If you tell me a fully maxed car is hitting extreme, that can't be good. Ah, good old sprint, okay. So this car, as you know, as I've shown you earlier, isn't necessarily gonna have a very good start from 0 to 60. So let's see, 1.358, 1.406. I might be able to do this without tweaking it, but let's go ahead and tweak it. Since some people may not have full upgrades, you're probably gonna need to tweak it to run the proper 0 to 100. So let's go tune it, just like the other card, the BT62. Take a look at this. All right, so right now it hits 100 somewhere between first and second. That's never a good thing. You either want to hit it in one gear or the other. Let's try it. There we go, 1.1, third gear. I know third gear is kind of a power gear. You can't get to fourth gear, but there's always 5.0 as an option. But this one is 1.1, and we only have to beat a 1.3 something. So nitrous doesn't seem to be all that helpful, but let's go ahead and move it this way and see what it does. Nope, doesn't do a thing. If anything, it does worse with nitrous. And then tire, of course, you can put it to the good old 0-100. It helps a little bit. Since we are, I mean, it's just one less thing to tune if I don't put tire back. I think I'll just, you know what, let's just put it 0-100, just to be safe. Okay. So final drive in third gear, just like the BT62, 0-100 tire. Now, mind you, this is a car with everything. If you're missing some parts, the tune probably will be the same or similar, but your performance won't be as good. Because in the end, certain level of upgrades are going to be needed to meet a certain target with the performance. No matter how well you can tune, while it does help a little bit, it probably isn't going to drastically change a car that is simply too slow because it's missing parts. Okay, so here we go. Done. Wow, that was so quick, I was actually late. So I probably could have driven that a lot better, but 0.978, okay? Blew right through that speed trap. Oh, no, sprint, I keep thinking speed trap, oh my God. For the past 3-4 events, the only thing that get people stuck was the speed trap. This one, the sprints are actually the tougher ones, but. So we tuned it, we showed it, let's move on. Now, now it's, watch later. Let's go ahead and go back and get that final drive back to where it was before. Not quite that far, but it would have been somewhere in here. Okay, 7.673 looks good to me. Again, the car beats dyno by about 0.2. You could probably tune it to like 7.75 or 7.8 even, and run 7.6s with the proper shifting, which makes it probably viable in the 7.7 lobby. I never tried it. I'm not suggesting that you build this car just for that, but it does beat dyno almost by 0.2 naturally. So you know, tuned it with the right performance point range for a given lobby, you should be pretty competitive with this car in live. Okay, here we go. I kind of skipped second there. I'm not sure that's really helping that much, but hey, maybe on that one it did. That looked like a pretty good run. 7.47, all right, nice. All right, so that worked out good. So this car, I've gotten down to 7.47. That means world record is probably like a 7.3 then, or even better, who knows. I'm usually a little off when I tune my cars without really checking. But here we go, let's just finish this event. I think 7.4 won't be an issue for me. All right, that was little, even, I'm not sure that's gonna make it quicker. That might make it slower, yep. Jumping instantly to second and then third didn't make it faster, it actually made it slightly slower. But these 200 gold, oh yes, that's gonna be useful. All right, 1920, we're almost there. Let's just go ahead and add a tank of gas, simply because I don't want the gas ad to pop up and then I accidentally click on it and we're all sitting here going, what did you just do, right? Let's get this video over with. Short and sweet and to the point, but the main part of the video I think will be of interest to you will be the two tuning sessions for getting the car tuned properly for the sprints. Okay, speed traps again. In this case, right now it wouldn't be much of an issue for me. I'm already doing faster. Certainly for some people, speed trap might be challenging as well if you're missing certain parts. My feeling is if you're missing those parts, you're probably also going to have a problem with the basic time challenges as well. So if you actually have speed trap issues, do let me, oh, extreme with two basically folding max car. How about that, huh? That's how nice they are. They make it so easy for you. It's just extreme. Oh, well, it's not quite extreme. So it's really not extreme. It's more like hard. I keep saying this every time, but that's exactly what it means. Okay, when you have an extreme that isn't 4 full bars of red, it's not a problem. Just don't screw up the shifts. Okay, how did we shift this car again? Oh, yeah, okay, I got it. Let go at 2, and we'll do it this way. And that generally gives me a pretty good run out of it. So once you get down to the track ahead of the other car, no matter by how much, it makes the extreme less extreme. You're almost not extreme, but it's still extreme, but it's not quite super extreme, it's just a little extreme, which is really not extreme. Because extreme means extreme. All right, now I'm just being silly. Okay, shouldn't be a problem. Even if I did shift it poorly here, you know, the margin of error is pretty great. And hallelujah, we are done. You win, you win. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, I like winning. I enjoy winning. Winning is good. Alright, so it's always nice to be reminded of home. Enjoy the Brabham BT62 Goodyear edition. It's yours. Yes, it's the Goodyear edition. And there it is, blue and yellow. I like both blue and yellow color in my cars. So this is a color combination that I have no complaints about. I like it, looks good. Hopefully the car is slightly better than the Yellow Star version. But once again, I'm not too keen on the idea that I'm gonna be forced to build this thing, but I gotta do it. So money shall be spent, resources shall be spent, and transferring of fusions probably shall happen. Definitely some stage 6 transfers, which can add up to a pretty substantial amount of gold if you do it that way. Maybe I will see about pulling crates for the stage 6s, transfer those fusions I have to, pull some more crates if needed to build it that way. But that is the quick Evolution Cup rundown. I hope you guys enjoy that. I hope the 2 sprint tuning techniques will help you out if you're stuck. In any case, let me know what you think. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe to my channel if you like my videos and would like to see notifications when I put up new videos. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.